Where did I put Clock Tower on this list? Low. I know this much. A little too low. I know this much. Okay? Look, even when I first ranked this game, I recognized how much of a bad time I was having with it. I would also hypothetically say the bad time I was having with it, it's on me. Skill issue, perhaps? Yeah, I'd say so. I would also say Clock Tower is, from doing just a minimal amount of reading about it, an incredibly influential horror video game for the Super Nintendo and for horror games as a whole, right? Not just it has Jennifer Connelly in it, but it's a game that I know I need to spend more time with. So what better time than the spooky season, right? What's with this title? What do you mean what's with this title? You mean my Twitch title, or do you mean Clock Tower itself? It's called Clock Tower. It takes place in a clock tower. And the Twitch title? Scissor. Burmick, I guess maybe you weren't here for last time when we played Clock Tower. Wondering what's up with the spooky scissoring season. No, there's not that kind of scissoring around here today. But why don't you say, let's get started with Clock Tower itself, shall we? I think it's a good time to get started. Here we go. Let's double check the game audio really quick. I can't remember how loud this game is. I'm going to assume we're mostly okay. I'm going to juice it just a bit. This game probably has a lot of quiet moments and a lot of loud moments, so it's a good time for me to say, hey, content warning, there are probably some jump scares and stuff, right? If my memory serves me right, without doing a whole lot of research, there's jump scares, there's some stabbing, there's some spooky zombie stuff, probably even some stuff with bugs and women in peril, for sure, right? This is, of course, 1995's Clock Tower for the Super Nintendo, originally only released in Japan. We have played this before in, what was it? Part 33, which, like I said, we are at part 85 now. So that's literally 52 weeks ago, given that I have not missed a show of this Let's Rank for every single week. So we played this exactly a year ago, which is really funny, actually. And I figure, look, now's the time to re-rank it, because I ranked this game fairly low because I had a fairly rough experience out the gate. I didn't look at manuals that much. I didn't look at guides or anything like that. I have not looked at guides a lot, but I've looked at a couple because I just needed to know, like, okay, what are the overall starting mechanics that I need to really grasp out of here? So here's what I know. This game is all about playing it over and over and over again, right? This game also has randomization elements to it. You run around the house and whatnot, but you definitely run around this house at slightly random in layout. Let's just start. By doing that, it kind of gives the game a little more replayability. Spooky music. But it also gives it some... There is still a relative structure to it. We'll see in a lot of that revolves around certain checkpoints of certain items you're looking for to progress Jennifer Connelly's character through this house. Okay? Laura, hurry up. We want to be there before sunset. There's Jennifer Connelly on the left. Miss Mary, who's our teacher, I believe. Yes. From now on, what kind of place will we be living in? That's the 5th time you've asked. Or you asked, sorry. Don't worry, it's a very nice place. Okay, Miss Mary, if you say so. We're almost there. See? Also, that's a far walk. That's a big old mansion. Looks fine out here. It's really not creepy just being in the middle of nowhere, right? What a huge place. Yeah. So I've not played this since the last time I did last year. I've only done some cursory, like, further researching in terms of like the overall structure of this game and how I should kind of like get started with it. I also need to know there are multiple remakes of this game. I think Way Forward did the most recent one. I think it's called Clock Tower Rewind, which is pretty interesting. It there's like a couple various updates to it. Now I kind of remember. Yeah, Burmick. It's the scissors guy, right? Come on. You're controlling this mouse cursor, arguably with the D-pad. I don't have a mouse with it. You have an action button, which is, I believe, on Y. Depending if it's on the left or right of, you know, Jennifer Connelly here, you can walk left or right. Or I can also press the shoulder buttons, if I'm not mistaken, to go left or right. But if it turns into, you know, a little square like this, it means I can interact with the person, right? Let's talk to this person. And you want to know what kind of guy Mr. Barrows is, right? Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. Okay. Just, I think it's the A button that kind of fast forwards the text a little bit. Or I think that's all she has to say. Anything on this table? Nope. Talk to this person. What is it? Is something wrong? This house makes me uneasy. Don't say. Also, as a person talks, I can still move around a little bit. Let's talk to this person. I doubt I'll ever get used to this place. Heh. Lot's paranoid. So that's Anne, Laura, and Lottie? I'll say Lottie. I think it's Lottie, right? Okay, let's see if there's anything else to click on. There isn't, right? I think our teacher just went off to like go get something. I don't know exactly what, but can't run yet, which is fine. Oop. Just quietly walk this way. Can't go up these stairs yet either, it seems. So yeah, this is kind of just a point-and-click adventure game, right? And like, I knew that going in. I don't think I can go this way, if I'm being honest. No. It's locked. Let's fast forward a little bit. Count says this is the best game. We'll see. Let's go see what the teacher's doing. She's taking her sweet time. Can I not use this door yet? Please remember to mash the panic. Yeah, there's a literal panic button. It is the B button, right? Oh, Mary, she's taking a long time. Should I go find Miss Mary? Wait, I just accidentally. No, I'll go look for her. Okay. All right. I'll be right back, y'all. Spooky music. Let's take a look around. Take a look through here if I wanted. Ah! The main hall. Girls? Come on, this isn't funny. Where'd everyone go? Right, so I can run if I use the shoulder buttons. Which is handy. I mean, that's locked. I could go upstairs, but let's stay on the main floor for now. I don't need to click on the door to open it. That's good to know. Also, you can see my portrait turned to yellow, which means I got a little tie from running, right? So if I stop for a moment, I think I can like regain my composure. I think. Do I have to like mash the panic button to do that? Is Kaon, do you remember? I think it's like if you just stay still for a bit, she like regains herself, right? I think. Doesn't I have a little bit of controls guide here with me. Just to double check. Yeah, when you're blue, you're good or perfect health. If it's yellow, you're in good health. When it's orange, you're in bad health. When you're in red, it's very bad or near death. Running will deplete your health. To recover, sometimes take a drink from a shelf in the kitchen. Simply hit X button a few times and wait. Jennifer will sit down and her health will slowly recharge. You only need to be in orange health or better in a very few parts of the game. So feel free to run anyways. Okay. Don't focus. Welcome on in. I think it's... Let's go through this door, I guess. The lights are out. Where's the switch? Whoops. What? I didn't want to do that. Hold on. Nope. Just rewind. I will be liberally using rewind. FYI. Ooh, look at this spooky painting. Also a fun box here. Let's take a look inside this box. Hopefully there's nothing bad inside. It's empty. Well. It's too bad. Anything on this TV? Looks like it's broken. So now we're just going to have this creepy static on all the time over this creepy painting. Let's turn this TV off. Can you get basic cable out here? Yeah, there's no antenna on this TV, right? She doesn't want to acknowledge this creepy painting. What a comfortable sofa. How will we sit down for a moment in this darkness? Because, I don't know. Look out this window. Certainly there's nothing bad out here. It's completely dark outside. What time is it now? Good thing. Like I said, a lot of these doors, if I'm not mistaken, are randomized. I don't know if they're... I can't remember if they're all randomized. Some are and some aren't. Okay. Use this. Small bottle of perfume. It smells like Miss Mary's. Oh, you don't say. Drink it. That seems like a bad idea. They'll focus. What is this thing? It's like a picture of two babies. Oop. Ah! Well. Spooky! I will note, as soon as like your portrait starts flashing like that, it's like you're supposed to jam the panic button, right? Which is the B button if I'm not mistaken. I have a turbo controller. I'll be fine. We'll be fine. It's like the left bed isn't used. Right. It's just a bird here, right? I remember doing this, I think, last time I played this. Oh, we let the bird out. I think the bird is saying, like, I'll get you. But we can get this bird to fuck off. Okay, Mary. Okay, Mary, relax. Relax, Mary. You're fine. You're fine. There's no need to panic. Use this bed sheet. There you go. Now the bird can... that parrot can fuck off. If I'm not mistaken, that parrot will, like, fuck you up if you don't do that, right? So... But now it looks like there's a body underneath that blanket. Is that a light switch? Yeah. Okay, well, let's get out of this room. Should take us back into the hallway. Yeah. Slightly different hallway, actually, even. If I'm not mistaken, does this... I think this goes somewhere else as well. This is a different hallway we're in, for sure. Oh no, it's the same one. Okay. Well. Keep going to the left. Oh. Hear noise behind. Hear it, like, stereo-wise, too. Oh, right. The bathroom. The water is running. Certainly nothing is bad if I go in here. Vash was taken. Hello, Vash. How's it going? Yeah, Clock Tower for the Super Nintendo. Okay. I've played this before. Like I said, this is the second time I'm playing it for realsies. Let's check this toilet. I just got started, but thank you. I don't have to go right now. Okay, well. Let's check behind these curtains. Laura? Shit! Shit! It's a scissor man! It's a little boy with scissors! Run! Mary! Use the door! Get out of here! Run! Run! Little guy. Get out of here! This music is fucking sick as hell though, right? Like... hide under the bed! Right. Because if the parrot was here, the parrot would be like, hey, I know where that fucker is. And then we'd get killed. But I think in this case, we managed to get away safely. Woo! All right, Mary. Woo! Can't believe she interrupted the shower opening ceremony. Look. Laura didn't look like she was having a good time in there, right? Oh, right. We're over here now. This box is empty, so... Alright. Let's just leave. I actually didn't want to do that. I don't need the lights to be on here, so, but whatever. Okay. Let's keep going. So that's the bathroom. Let's go into this other hallway. Oh, right. This is the second wing, which I don't think I need to be here yet, actually. I think I... But... Remember that telephone? Is there a telephone over here? I don't see no telephone. It's locked. Also, that telephone is not ringing anymore, so... Oh, there it is. Is it upstairs? Maybe it's upstairs. Let's check upstairs. Let's speed this up. It takes a little bit. Okay. I can definitely hear the telephone ringing in my left ear. So, like, you know, decent use of, you know, stereo. See, no telephone up here. This looks a little spooky. What got up here? Looks like a bird nest. Right. I think I know what to do here. Okay. So I need to... I think if I get on the other side of this... yes, I could probably push this box. Right. Looks heavy. I don't know why this stick is here. What is this? The nest is full of eggs and junk. There's a key in here. Who puts a key in a bird's nest? Got the West Wing key. Okay. Great. I'm sure that, you know, one Sheen brother will be so happy. Can I not use the stick for something? I can't remember. I can't remember if I could have used the stick to poke that nest down or something, right? Let's take a look in here. Okay. Can of insecticide. Sure. Can I get a second can of it? I can only take one at a time. Okay. Some broken tableware. Let's push this box over on this side. Oh, some rope. Let's get that rope. Martin Sheen is the dad. Yeah. We got some rope. Great. Can't really see my inventory on the screen. There it is. Right. So if I hold onto the A button, I can scroll through it. Right. I don't know how to... There we go. I've unequipped it. Can I push this? Maybe I can only get over onto this side when I'm being chased. Because I know I can use this box to get over here as a way to escape. Oh, I see. No good. Too high to climb up. Well, now you're doing it. There you go. Is there anything over on this side that I can access? I don't think there is. Oh, there is. There's some clothes here. What kind of clothes are these? I got a black robe. Okay. Great. Got a lot of items now, right? I don't think there's anything else. Get out of here then. To my understanding, also, there's a lot of doors locked. I could try the West Wing key on it, but let's not do that quite yet. Telephone. Oh, apparently that leads me to the West Wing. Okay. Let's not go this way yet. Hold on. Also, it just used that key automatically. I didn't need to actually like tell it to do otherwise, which is kind of nice. Oh, dead end. Okay. Let's not go that way. We didn't go upstairs in that other foyer, right? So let's do that. Or I guess I can also go down there. That probably also needs the West Wing key. Still, okay, so here's the other thing I need to mention that, from what I understand about this game, is like, you need to find, obviously, a lot of different items, like any classic adventure game, right? Also, our health is not looking so hot, so let's have Mary stop for a hot moment. Do I need a mash button? No, stop, stop. Can't remember. Was there a button that I had to press to get her to regain? No, she just sits down on her own. Okay, great. Simply hit the X button a few times and wait. Okay. Just gotta take a breather. Just gotta get her, you know. It's like her stamina, right? Makes sense. If I'm not mistaken, if it's like all the way red when you're running around and it's like really bad when you get into like a panic situation, it's like she might not overcome whatever it is that you need to do, right? Collapsing to my knees on the floor is also how I recuperate. I mean, don't focus. If I was being chased around by a scary scissors man, I would probably also do the same. I would probably also need to do the same. Okay. There's a courtyard outside. Ooh. Spooky. Well, there's a little hole here. If I'm not mistaken, can I get one of these rocks? I think I can get one of these rocks. I think. Oh. Pile of trash, wood, and concrete. Pocketed a rock. Okay. The lattice is closed aside. If I'm not mistaken, the deep crack in the wall, it's crumbling. Yes. I think I can use the rock here. Is what I saw. So let's give it a couple bonks. There we go. It's a courtyard. If I'm also not mistaken, if I came here first without going to that bathroom where Laura was, then there'd be someone here as well getting murdered, which that would suck. Nope. Gotta take a breath. It's a lot of running. You know, the right thing to do is like, it's like, do more walking, right? But we're fine. Spooky shed. Ooh, there's bad stuff here. Right. We got here last time, I think. Ooh, hey. Who are you? For food? I don't have any food. I'm sorry. I only have insecticide. Also, there's an item in there. Well. I'm not mistaken, if I recall correctly, get trapped in there with that guy and it turns into a bad time, right? Also, we haven't chased yet, which is nice. Oop. Okay. This seems like a shortcut we open up, right? I have no idea where we are now. Jesus. Obviously, all these hallways look very similar, right? This is probably the second West Wing, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember what... No. No, because... Okay. Right, here we are. Okay. This is not the foyer, but this is... If I go to the right, it's the foyer. There's the phone. Also, my health is not looking so great. Let's take a hot moment. Take a breather. Come on, Jennifer Connelly. Take a deep breath. Okay, there you go. There you go. Just breathe. It'll be fine. We can't lathe of heaven that into experience. No. No, you cannot. Just gently walk. We don't have to run everywhere. Right? I think this goes to like those bedrooms and stuff where I hid the first time. I'm pretty sure, right? Alright. Let's get to the main foyer again. Oh, this is different. No, this is the main foyer. Okay. No phone in here. Yep. There's only the door that, yeah, which you can't go in there. So, let's go up these stairs. Haven't been anywhere up here yet. Hopefully there's no scissor man up here. Alright, speed this up. Not looking so hot. Stop for a second. Take a deep breath, Jennifer Connelly. You can do it. I wonder if there's like a faster way for her to like recover. See yourself. I love that guy. That guy is creepy. He's creepy, Delphocus. He's gonna stab me. I don't need that in my life. I think it's just a dead end over here, right? Yeah, can't go that way. Okay. Come on, speed up. I can't remember if there's like a time limit on. That scared the shit out of me for a second. Okay, we're not going this way. I feel like you're making a lot of presumptions about the scissor guy. He did try to kill us. Did try to stab us with those scissors, Delphocus. I don't think it was going to go very well with this. Can't prove that. I think I can. I think I can. If I run into him one more time. When I'll hold up in court. Well. Okay, so I guess we just can't go that way. So that leads... We went this way already, right? Oh, You all saw them eyeballs. I certainly did. Let's go this way. Right. It's this way. Maybe he's gone. Strangely, those eyeballs were of lower height. Certainly nothing bad will happen if I walk by this window. Okay. Okay. Maybe we despawned him. He was a baby. Yeah. What's more dangerous than a baby running with scissors? Giant ones, let alone. Also, why it's a crime to look at things that like. Why are y'all taking a baby scissors boy's side? What's going on here? This is not going well for me. I don't like this. This vibe in chat, y'all are against me. Why would you do Jennifer Connelly like this? Okay. Let's go, oh, telephone. There was that other locked door, right? Can I go in that other locked door now? Is it this one? I think it was this one, right? No, I probably need a different key for that. So we went into to the left there already, right? That door that we just passed by goes back through the courtyard. I saw what she did to Alita Battle Angel. A Battle Angel. I never saw that movie. Is that movie good? Telephone. Okay. Take a breather. Take a breather. Get some rest. I'll fast forward a little bit. Make this go faster, right? That movie had like some what's it called? Because the faces look all crazy, right? And like animated up with like CG makes it look all nuts. That's all I remember out of that movie. I think it was it this door? No, that door's locked. Okay. Did I go through here? I can't remember. Again, it's easy to get lost in this game, but that's on purpose, right? That's absolutely on purpose. Was it the bird's nest that was over here? It was. Okay. It was so good that I'm siding with the innocent and maligned scissors boy. No. What? No. Trevor Colley's cool as hell. What are you talking about? Telephone. Right. If I double tap, she'll start running. When my cursor's on the opposite end. I don't think I went to the door on the left here then. My health is not doing great, but I just want to run everywhere. Okay, take a breath. Take a breath. There you go. And you're good. Didn't go in here, did I? Oh. Looks like a kitchen. Some eating utensils. How about a frying pan? Okay. Gas tanks for a stove. Anything in the fridge? Certainly nothing bad in here. A ham was put in there. I got some ham. Great. I got a ham. Calendar. Today's date is marked. What is today's date? Yeah, for the dude probably, right? Yeah. Some drinks are lined up in here. Do I want to drink anything? Right. This is the bugs part. I think I did this last time. Content warning for bugs. But also, I think, can I use the insecticide? I think I can use the insecticide. Let's do this. I just use it on the fridge. Spray the insecticide. Ah, bugs. There we go. A key is left behind. Great. Now I got a gold key. Is there anything in here? Doesn't seem to be anything in the center bit. Okay, well. Let's get out of here then. Imagine losing your keys and then a not working meat fridge. I mean, maybe it was working. Those bugs are just cold resistant somehow. Not insecticide resistant. But yeah, why would you put your keys in there? Don't put your keys in the fridge. You know, what, unless this is like, what is this? Like Metal Gear Solid, where it's like, you know, you gotta like keep your keys at a certain temperature. What are we doing here? Here's the key. A car key. Oh, I got a car key out this box. I got the car key. What if I used it on this car? Yeah, time to go home. Look, hold on. Let's use a safe state first. Because I get the feeling I'm not supposed to just leave, right? But like, I have the car key. What if I just did? The keys aren't here. I mean, yeah, I have them. Okay, I have to use them on the car, of course. Car key. Gotta open the barn first? No, she's just gonna drive right through this. Screw it. I can get out of here with this car. Even though all my friends are getting murdered. But the others... Oh, she has a conscience! Can't leave yet! Alright. I could go up here, but I don't think I can even use this ladder, can I? Oh no, I can. If you try again, she fucks off, says it's can. Really? Or is there also saying try again? What should I do? I say get the fuck out of here. Alright, later! Later, losers! Yeah! Just right through that barn door! Neuroflare, who fucking needs it? Oh, there's no garage door opener on this. Just end credits! We beat the game. Now I'm fully ready to rank this. Yeah, I'm sure this is a bad end. Leaving all your friends behind, except for, well, the one that got murdered. It's 4 of them, right? No, three other girls, right? Not including the teacher, obviously. Directed by Dario Argento. Yeah, basically. What's the name of it's Kaon, you probably know this. I know you seem to be a Clock Tower super fan. What's the name of the movie that Dario Argento made that this is kind of somewhat based on? It's like, I know it's like Phenomena / Creepers, or Phenomena is the one that I was trying to think of. Yeah. You get to leave and you get a free car. It seems like a nice little retro vehicle. Sure, why not? It's like that. It's like that one Prey ending where you take your brother's private escape pod. I'd never played Prey, but that's a game that I've always thought about playing. It's maybe a little too spooky, for me, right? I'm big scaredy cat. I'm not good with like horror games and stuff. This game, at least, it's like, you know, the 2D art and stuff is like, I can handle it. But like, I know Prey is like a game that would freak the shit out of me. Especially being someone who doesn't like little creepy crawlies, right? That game is all creepy crawlies, like jump scaring you out of like a fucking coffee mug or some shit, right? That's as much as I know. I also know the intro of that game is kind of super sick, right? It has Donald Pleasance doing a terrible Scottish grandma voice. It's great. The only movie I know Donald Pleasance from is The Great Escape. It's Gaon, but I'll take her word for it. Oh no, that's not true. Donald Pleasance is also shit. What's his name? What's his name? Shit. Yeah, Dr. Loomis. Right. Wait, wasn't Donald Pleasance also a James Bond bad guy? Was he not? I don't think he was Goldfinger, was he? Yes, it was? Okay, yeah. So I didn't make that up. Yeah, okay. Oh no, he was Blofeld. Okay, right. I always, I don't know why. I always thought the guy who played Kojak was Blofeld, but that's not right. Although I could see it. I honestly could see it. Oh yeah, certainly no bad endings happen when you have little shots like, oh no! Bad end. Oh, Blofeld was recast 1 or 2 times as well. That's true. New friend! Free car and new friend. And a big pair of scissors. Certainly nothing bad happened there, right? Telly Savalas was also Blofeld, so I didn't imagine that. Okay, well, all right, great. Taking scissors again for Make It Easy. Yeah, sure. It's Savalas. It's Savalas, I think. It's canon, I think. Well, we beat the game. Right. I forgot there's like an ending list here. Hey, we got the worst ending. Great. I think if I do quick start, it restarts the game. I can't remember if I did continue. Does that start me from the garage? Yeah, it does. Okay. Let's re-grab these car keys, and then we'll go find our friends, I guess. Pretty sick car, though. I like these like little winged ends for like the back on the trunk. It's fun. You don't want to find your friends. I mean, you know, they're probably gonna get killed. I can't remember if I'm not mistaken, it's like one of the endings in this game. It's like you can save some of your friends, if not, you don't save all of them for sure. I think someone gets murdered regardless, right? If you see them, that's a bad end. If I'm not mistaken, it's Kaon. Also, there's no pause. Oh no, start does pause. There's no indicator on screen telling you it's a pause. It's kind of, if I'm not mistaken, that was something unique to the PlayStation 1 version. I think if it's like, if you see one of your friends, if you hear them like scream or something, they're automatically dead. But if you don't actually actively like investigate, they do not count as being dead yet, or something like that. I remember reading that in one of the guides. It's like, it didn't happen. I didn't see it. So was this the kitchen? I think this was the kitchen, right? So we don't need to go that way. That's just cop logic. Yeah. I didn't see what happened. I'm just going to sprinkle this white dust and nothing happened, right? Like, okay, so we probably had the key that lets us go this way, right? Or maybe not. Okay, maybe not that way. Translate ROM you're using adds and stuff in the PS1 version, supposedly. The Aeon Genesis ROM? Are you sure it's the same one? Could be someone else's mod. It's Kaon. I actually don't know the details around that. The Aeon Genesis. So like, yeah, it's like Shadow. This game was originally only released in Japan for the Super Nintendo, which is worth noting. You know, it got re-released obviously in the future on the PlayStation 1 with English, or there's also, you know, the, like I said, the Way Forward version that came out most recently. That I think that's on like Switch and everything these days. Let's go to the left here. If I'm not mistaken, those versions are more akin to the PlayStation version as well, right? Yeah, Rewind is on like everything. Yeah. I remember that having a neat trailer. Like it had did cartoon versions and kind of like some interesting stuff. Is this the collapsed wall? I think it is, right? Oh no, it's here. We're here again. As it turns out, it's a maze. Our health is not doing great. And Genesis should be vanilla. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Scan. That's the version I'm using. So, hey, rest. Take a breath. Take a breath. You're gonna live. Everything will be fine. I don't think I can actually technically die unless I choose something that really fucks me up because I have a turbo button, right? All right. Let's see what's in here. Certainly nothing bad's gonna happen. Seems to have been recently used. Some of the drink is still in there. Or actually, question mark. A silver key is on your glass. Great, give me the key. Phone's ringing. Oh, there's the phone. I just realized. Purple couch. Certainly nothing bad here. Well, nothing happened. Can I not use this? I think I can use this cupboard here. There's nothing here? I guess not. It only turns into a little square box when I hover over that knight armor. Should we answer the phone? I feel like if I answer the phone, something bad's gonna happen, right? Let's try this cupboard first. Or maybe something will pop out of the cupboard and then I can't answer the phone. Various beverages. Okay. Phone line's been cut, but it's ringing. Oh, well. Okay. I guess I can't do anything about that. Also, it's not like I can repair the phone line. Is it a cordless phone? Don't focus. A cordless phone still needs a phone line attached to it to work. I think maybe what you might be trying to say is the phone wireless, and by that, is it a cell phone? Of which it is still looking like a rotary phone. All right. No, I meant cordless. Well, you can believe what you want to say. All right, we got a silver key. Let's get out of here. Okay, so we've basically explored this full hallway. Phone is just gonna keep ringing. So I can go this way. This is the west wing, right? Oh wait, I could use that. I got another key I can use down the basement, right? No. Did I explore all? Did I explore everything downstairs? Ah, scream! Came from outside. We're not gonna look. It's Kaon. We're not gonna look. We're not gonna look. It's just a scream. We're not gonna look. I don't want to know. No one dies. I saw nothing. Need to feed that dude. Right. Let's go do that. Speed this up a little bit. Let's use this door key first. See if it does anything. And then we'll go feed the dude. I think it's this door, right? Oh. There's a piece of paper here. Hold the demon idol with care. A tree in a forest. A person in a crowd. The idol is on a statue. Who would just write that on a piece of paper? But if you say so. I find it interesting. It's like, I just got that by like reusing this like search function until it gave me that, which is interesting. The mural covers the entire wall. Part of what's hidden behind that shelf. I mean, it doesn't hide it that much, lady. Come on. There's a note here. Time will cause adherence. The clock tower's clock stopped. What? Time will cause... What is adherence? Clock tower's clock stopped. Okay. Fine. Is there anything on this bookshelf? I guess. Can I, like, move this shelf? Can I not? I'm not getting a hover icon for it. Certainly is. This seems like something I gotta do, right? Maybe I gotta come back later? Maybe we'll come back later. Okay. Let's go feed that guy, I guess. Right? Phone's ringing. I think it's this way, right? Yep. Here we go. Certainly nothing gonna come out from behind these bushes. I love the half-finished library with a weird mural. Feels very millennial coded. Look, I would also say, you know, hey, what if drawing on your walls was just socially acceptable, right? All right, let's give this guy a ham. After we take a breath. Let's take a quick breath. Speaking of taking a quick breath, there's an ad break coming up in a minute, so. All right, here you go, buddy. Who are you? Simon Barrows. This man is Barrows? He's no longer looking at Jennifer. Still looks like he is. Okay. Well, can I let him out? Do I want to let him out? I don't think you would leave if I tried. Something to the left here, I assume. No. It's obviously an item in here, but... Okay, well... Moving along. It's just a mess of shit back here. And a 2x4. Can't do anything with any of this stuff, so... Alright. Keep going. Lack of hobbies is the biggest problem facing this country for some people, apparently. It depends what people consider as hobbies, right? Like... cow tipping. I don't know. Or like jumping off small bridges in your small hometown into a river, right? Oop. Apparently I can look up. Oh, this just looks out in the courtyard, right? Yeah. Right. Okay. Now we're here, which I don't remember where this leads, but there's stairs. Where does this go? This is one of the foyer. Whoa. Oh, yeah. So I want to look closer at... The fuck was that noise? Ah! Ah! It jiggled! Seems fine. She seems fine. Oh, another box. Cannot open this box. Also, now I'm stressed. Let's take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, Jennifer Connelly. Just take a moment. You'll be fine. Can I get my health back to blue? Oh no, there we go. I just passed forward a ton. Wow, you gotta wait a while. Also, what the fuck was that sound? This feels like if I use this, something bad is gonna happen. Okay, well, our health's back to blue. Certainly nothing bad in here. There was just nothing. There was literally nothing in there. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. What? I think this is a lot of the randomization elements happening to me right now, where it's like, sometimes something might happen if you do stuff in there, right? But sometimes there might not be. So I do not like these creepy sounds. Every colony is like S tier, right? Yeah. Yeah? Sure. I definitely had a crush on Jennifer Connelly when I was growing up, right? I ain't afraid to say that. Yeah, there's kind of two playthroughs with different item placements. I think it's like, from what I remember reading the structure of this game, there's like two different kinds of playthroughs, but like elements even within that can be randomized multiple times across the board, right? It's Kaon, I think. Okay, so that goes back to the courtyard. No, not to the courtyard. To the hallway that leads to the courtyard. You really need to worry about certain items, though, which is like the keys and stuff, right? If I'm not mistaken. Which I have some of them already, so we're doing okay. I kind of wish I could see all the keys, but I don't think you can. Also, I can't use this door, which is weird. How about this door? Take a look in here. It's locked. Okay. Well, I guess we don't have all the keys then, unless it's permanently locked, right? I don't know. I have no idea. Let's try this one. Oh yeah, this is great. It's a record player. Unplugged. Well, can you plug it in? All kinds of music in here. Oh, there's something bad behind that. Absolutely. What? Wait, hold on. No, don't use the piano. Use this. Relax. only junk inside. Well, shit. Hold on. Check the curtain? I don't want to check the curtain. I want to check the piano. Oh. All right, we'll check the curtain. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course that's gonna happen. Of course this fucking get the fuck out of here, lady. Just don't wait for him. All right, where the fuck am I gonna go? It's got the spooky music. There comes the boy. Yes, yes, there he is. I don't know why I'm going up here. Going upstairs is generally not recommended. When you're being chased, you should never go upstairs. I'm scared to go in any of these rooms because I don't know what's behind them. Also, don't know where this creepy boy is. Also, Fonk, welcome. I just saw your name. Wow, this is a long hallway. Oh, I remember this. Okay. Yeah. Whoop. Yeah, fuck you, dude. I think this happened to me last stream. Well. Fuck that guy. Get out of here, punk. This wall looks painted over. Wow. Ah! An idol is hidden. It's cold. A cross protrudes from the bottom. Pick up the demon idol. Okay. Cool. Guess let's go in here. Tableware? Uh-oh. Let me guess. Let me guess. Okay. Can I... Fuck. Wait. Oh, God. Wait. Hold on. I think I saw this in the guide. Let's do this. Come on. Come on. Can you not? Can you please? I think I can use the rope to escape here somehow. But I can't seem to interact with anything here. Can I not just... Okay, is there another way I can go back inside? This seems like a bad idea. Not here. In fact, he's completely gone. What? Oh, he's not completely gone. Shit. Okay, time to struggle. Panic! Jamming the panic button! Using turbo. Jennifer Connelly, fight! Yeah! Shove his ass! Nerd! Oh shit, she tripped. She tripped. This isn't good because I don't have anywhere else I can go. I can't. Boy, I sure wish I put that plank down. Can I escape this even? I don't think I can. I think we're fucked. Let's rewind. I think I need to rewind. I should have thrown a save state then. Not fucked? What are you suggesting? It's Kaon. Also, I need to rewind further. I think it's because there's at times where it's like, yeah, it's like, see, I'm not in chase mode, so I can actually interact with like things, but when you're being chased, you cannot interact with objects at all times, right? Like in this case, I think if I set up the rope now, maybe not. Maybe she just doesn't know what to do with that. Okay, well. But I can't cross this. So. Oh, okay. I can't control this part. She just does this. Watch this nerd fall again. That's funny every single time. She can't use this rope. I could have swore I saw in a guide like she uses rope. Okay, there we go. Just took a hot moment. There we go. Okay, so now that's set up in case I need to go up and down, but I still need to go back up. So, whoop. Okay. Well, we can go back up there, right? Get that demon statue. If we run into him again, I have no idea what we're going to do, but... Can I put this plank down as well still? No, I cannot. Oh, no, I can. I saw it. There it is. Just a simple plank of wood. Yeah, you should put it... Okay, well... Wait, can I not? There's no way she's climbing this rope, right? To get back up? Am I fucked now? Can I not get back up there? I don't know about... This is the part where I got very confused last time I played this. Because like as soon as I tell her to use this, she started climbing down. Right? Grab the idol first. Yeah, I should. You're right. You're right. I should do that. Oops. Uh-huh. Yep. Great. Sword. But like, so if I go into this room, am I completely fucked? Right? Let's put a save state. I don't ever remember soft locking myself. I didn't know if you could or couldn't either, if I'm being honest. But also, it's interesting because it's like he's not in here anymore. So it's almost like it's like randomized based on You know, it's like upon entry of the room, right? So there's a little crack back here. I take a little peek. What's going on, lady? I can't even inspect this. Oh! Ah! Oh! Just a cat. With red eyes, apparently. Can I use the pipe? Yes, you can use the pipe. You're gonna bash down that wall? Oh, am I playing Silent Hill F all of a sudden? I mean, that worked. Wait, what? Yeah, there's a room over there. Yeah, no shit, lady. I mean, keep that. We should have kept that pipe. Just in case that little scissor boy freak shows up again. Been used in ages. Air in this room is stagnant. Can't even use this light switch. Can I go through this door? I can't even use this door. Some scratches on the walls here. Wait, was that just to go back? That is just to go back. There's got to be something else in here, right? Normally, it's like when I just go to the right like this, it just uses the door automatically. So I guess not in this case. I guess it's locked. Also, there's like nothing on the floor here. All right, I guess we're just leaving. Of course, the light switch is broken. When has these light switch ever worked? When the working electricity in this whole entire place is questionable. Okay, well. I'm guessing this is the room that's supposed to go in there. Why do you walk so slow? I'm trying to keep my stamina high. Ganj. Okay, let's use the rope. Is this a point and click? It is indeed a point and click. Did Trickman put you into this? I played this game before, Ganj. This is not the first time I play this. I ranked it many parts ago. I guess let's go in here. I don't know what that idol is for. What's going on in here? Some gross sounds over here. Huh? A corpse of a crow. There's a key here. I got a corpse of a crow. Or sorry, I got a key off the corpse of a crow. Cool. A single bird is left in the cage. Well, I guess what if we let it out? This is probably a good idea. hope I find a way out of here too. Well, can I use this one here too? The rats ran away. Empty. Oh, well. Weirdly enough, I still have that cage key, which is weird. Is there anything else here? Doesn't seem like it, right? Okay. I didn't need to use that switch. Let's just run. Okay. Moving on. I ran by a lot of doors previously. I should probably go back and take a look because I was getting chased, right? Let's take a look in here. It's a cool library. Can I saw it. There you go. Lots of technical books. Question mark? I'm also asking question mark. What's on these technical books? Okay. There's a giant gash in the left wall there. Author's name is faded. Oh, how about this one? There's a slip of paper in the book. Hold the demon idol with great care. A tree in the forest, a person in crowds. The idol is on a statue. Wait, we got this message before in a book, didn't we? I think the first time we read a book that said that. Okay, sure. Take a look at this pile of books on the floor. Looks like a very old magazine. A maternity magazine. Okay. Sure. Books are lined up here. Can't seem to read anything that's on them. This crevice looks pretty deep. There's something shiny in there. I mean, is this rock to smash this wall a little bit? I don't think so. How do I get with the shiny thing? Do I need another object? All the pipes we've used and stuff have been like in the area of which we're using them, right? Can I just like move this bookcase somehow? Not seeing any instruction. I turn the light on. Yeah, I know. So I'll try turning the light on. Maybe we can see in the crevice. No. Of course! Again, of course! I'm not getting an option to, like, push, you know? You only have, like, one option, right? It's, like, interact or... and that's it. Well, I guess we have to come back. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Till I get something I can, like, fish it out of there or something. Also, there's a dead end, apparently, so... Where haven't I been yet? So that rope is gone. Oh, no, that rope is still there. Again, can't climb it, which... fortunate, I guess. I think I came from upstairs previously, right? When I was, like, getting chased. What's over here? Another dead end. Can't interact with any of this, so okay. Can't interact with that window. Let's take a look over here. Right, it's the music room. There's nothing interactable here, right? Except for these curtains, which was spooky. This piano didn't do anything when we interacted with it. Only junk inside. Okay. That means I would have came from this direction on the left. So I think where we should go is up the stairs and then go left. I thought that's where I came from previously, but I was wrong. Speed it up, speed it up. Can't go that way anymore, right? This hallway looks familiar. We're not in the same place, right? Like, I'm not losing my mind. Well, that is kind of the point of why they designed it this way. This room should be technically different and not the music room again. Okay, here we go. Things written here look serious. Okay. It's a picture of a woman. This person looks familiar. You can take another look. I wonder who lit this. Empty. Portrait of a middle-aged woman. CS, hello. Hear that news? Ace Frehley passed away. Oh, that's too bad. Toronto! That's all I know about Ace Frehley. Through lots of music, he was one of the best. He was pretty good, I'll say. There's a pool in the court. Okay, so it looks at the backyard. The only good member of Kiss. I don't know, was the Catboy drummer okay? Ganj? I don't know. I don't remember his name, but his desk is dusty. I'm not the world's biggest Kiss fan, but you know, all I know is obviously Gene Simmons is kind of a huge piece of crap. I really couldn't make a comment about any of the other members personally, but I like, what's wrong with the Catboy? Ganj, what's wrong with Catboy? Alright, well, there's nothing here. Let's go through that other door. Let's very slowly walk on over. Oh, this is not a creepy room. Surely I should not look at this creepy little doll back here. It feels like someone's watching. No shit. There's a French doll. It's hung from the ceiling. Okay. Feels like looks like a child's bed. It's dirty with stains and dust. have internalized their misogyny too much to embrace femboyism. That's true. That or they're Nazis. Isn't that always the way, Gunch? What would be your favorite old rock and rollers if there's not always some mild chance at Nazism, right? Well, this... Oh. Something in this box, perhaps? A key was left on it. Ceremony key. Okay. Oh, Jesus. What was that sound? Why is that doll coming to life? I can't move. I can't move. I can't move. Do I have to fight this doll? This doll is slowly coming from my face. Yeah, look, dancing sucks. I know. I'm so, like, Ah! That's all that happened. I thought it was just like boop ba doo ba doo. I'm gonna boop you in the face and scare the shit out of you for like a hot second. Well, yeah, take 5, Jennifer Conley. Take 5. It's being watched by this fucking doll. Okay. Also another doll up here. I don't want any of these to come after me, that's for sure. Alright, where's this exit? I'm gonna guess the other door that we came in from was this adjacent one, right? Let's double check just to be sure. It was. Okay. Let's keep going to the left then. Oh. Another door. I also forgot to mention, of course, this game is made by, oh, another bathroom. Fantastic. Certainly nothing bad happening back there. Water's running. Good? I don't have any other options other than to check these. Oh. Great. Oh, it's just a cat. This cat! Why is this cat? It needs to fuck off. Seriously. I cannot pet the cat. Also, yes, there's no toilet back here. Looks like the shower's working. Well, just a normal bathroom as it shakes out back here. Keep moving. Okay, so where are the keys that we have not used yet? I got the ceremony key. I don't know what that's for. Keep walking. Let's try this door. Okay. I feel like, is this the connecting hallway that goes to the courtyard? I think it is. It must be. If I can interact this, is she going to say it's like there's courtyards? Yeah, okay. Let's go back here. And then let's go all the way to the left this time. Oh, I can go downstairs. Where is this exit? Is it one of the foyers? Or one of the big halls, right? Okay. This mannequin is... Ah! Looks nice. Ah! Shit. 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 Ah, no! Dead end. Fuck! If I continue, does it just put me back in that room? It does. Do I run into him again if I do the exact same thing? Actually, I don't remember how the death, quote unquote, works in this game, right? Does he pop out again if I use this? It's nice. Yeah, he does. I guess I could have just not interacted with this, right? Just keep walking. Just keep walking. Just pretend like nothing is there. Nothing's happening. So there's nothing on this side of the room. Pick up the head. Cannot interact with it. That's your head now. I mean, if I click on this and talk to the scissor boy again, then yeah, that will be my head. What? Oh. Lady, what's happening back here? I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's get the fuck out of this room. How about that? How about that? Get the fuck out of here. This place sucks. This room sucks. There's nothing good to be found in here. Let's go down these stairs instead. Fuck out of here. Christ. Okay. This should go back to one of the main halls, if I'm not mistaken, right? No, this is the weird room with the heads of stuff. Also, what am I doing? I don't need to do this. It made a sound as soon as I hit that light switch. Oh, we're leaving. We're leaving. We've been here before. We don't need to be here. It's fine. We're leaving. Let's try this door, I guess. No, this is the courtyard. It's connecting to the courtyard. That should take us back to the main hall, right? Can't interact with this. I've definitely been here, right? I feel like I've been here. Oh, I've never been here. This room looks like the one in the mural. It's a Celadon vase. Celadon? Celadon? No. Surely this Pentagon doesn't... Nothing bad happening here. A square hole is visible. The cradle under the star. There's something underneath here. Group painting. Can't interact with anything else back here. Okay, well, let's... What's this? There is a crow corpse. The neck's completely severed. I don't like that. Strange symbols are written here. Time will cause adherence? What does that mean? I'm also asking these questions. What's this gold thing? This is an iron disc. A cross has been carved into it. Can't take any of these things. Interestingly. I want to look further about this hole underneath situation. Cradle under the star. Okay. I mean, the only thing I got is the demon idol that can just put a rock on. It'll be fine. Demon idol didn't seem to do anything. Wasn't there something special with the demon idol that had like... Didn't it have like an engraving or like something on it? I thought it also had like a square bottom or something like that, didn't it? I'm trying to use it. It's not doing anything. So... Oh, put it on the shelf. Okay. Thanks, it's Kaon. Maybe not directly on the book. Maybe use it on this thing instead, right? Here we go. I had to pixel hunt. There's a little bit of pixel hunting in this game, right? Quite a bit, actually, to being honest. Cross carving is... Okay. What was that sound? I mean, yeah, it's going to open up this. We didn't finish exploring the house. I feel like this is going to lead us somewhere super bad. Let's come back really quick. I feel like I didn't fully explore this hallway to the right. You're fine? Oh. What room is this then? No more exploring? Oh, this is the music room. Okay. Yeah, we have fully explored. That's a little bit. Okay. Get your breath back. Take 5. Password. Make this a little bit easier. There we go. All right, Jeffrey Connolly. Be strong. The hole goes pretty far down. I can descend with this ladder here. There's a ladder, thank God. Okay. I already dished that rope, so. There's another area, but it's guaranteed bad endings. Which area is that? It's Kaon. So what the fuck is that sound? I don't like this. Outside by the pool? Oh. Something's there. No shit. Hi, dog. Can I pet the puppy? Can I? Oh. Let me guess. I can't just walk by. Yeah. It's... Wait. Black robes. Still not letting me by. Don't use the rock on the dog. Don't. Yeah, the only thing I haven't used it as perfume. Spray the dog. It's bad dog. Eat some potpourri. Dog would fucking go nuts. If a dog was gonna kill you for spraying with potpourri or perfume, it absolutely would. The dog knows this smell very well. It smells like the perfume Mary uses. Oh shit. That was Miss Mary, wasn't it? That just walked by, wasn't it? Oh, I just took that right. We were literally 5 feet away from that dog. Throw it out. What? Okay, well. Oh shit, I could apparently go down there. Well. Okay. I didn't press anything, but. Dogs do be like that sometimes, it's true. Ah, shit! Lottie! Lottie! Ugh. Lottie, you're still alive. Jennifer. The switches in the clock tower. Lottie? Lottie? Don't leave me alone! Well. Lottie's having just having a nap. She's having a nice nap. She looked at all these candles and was like, I'm just gonna take a nice little rest here. And everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Right? Everything will be fine. It's Kaon. If I didn't walk over here, would she still technically be alive? Is that... Would that be the case? I don't think you can save her, I guess, right? I don't know. I don't know. You killed her? I didn't do nothing! Conch! She's been through a lottie. Nice. Nice. Alright, let's go down this dark-ass cave. Oh, okay, Conch, relax. So apparently I can go down further. Let her die by your inaction. I didn't. This is literally the first time I ran into her in the game. Maybe second. Or oh, switches. Which I cannot interact with. Okay. Well, what's up with this table? Nothing. There's a can here. It looks like kerosene. How about this one? Also looks like kerosene. Okie dokie. This. Oh. Look like there's something down as well. Let's move this a little quicker. Oop. Oh. Oh, maybe I couldn't go down. Can I even go back up? Also, I don't know what the fuck's going on the right side of my screen right now, but I'm going to choose to ignore that really. Oh, it's water. Oh. How the fuck do I get out of here then? I can't climb back up there, right? How the fuck am I supposed to get out of here? I don't have that rope anymore. Oh, you'll see, says this cat. Okay, well. Let's go into this. What the fuck is this? I walk past this? Just walk past this. You don't need to know what's inside this. Jennifer, just keep going. Just keep going. No, it's a dead end. Well, as soon as I clicked on this, the fucking music hit. Jump scare. Oh, she didn't like that. Oh, it's... Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Run, lady, run. No, get up. Just panic. Just tap that panic button. Okay. I'm jamming that panic button. Just, come on, Jennifer. Just. Oh, that can't be good. Wait, is that kerosene or is that water? That's kind of green. Climb, lady, climb. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna mash that button. Mash the shit. Oh, that's like me in baby steps. I'm jamming that turbo. You better believe it. It's Kaon. Wait. It's still coming after me. Oh, shit. Get fucked. Get fucked. Okay. Toasty. You're great. Great. Fantastic. What was the point of that? Wait, the switches. Those switches. Can I do something with those switches? Do I need to do anything with these switches? Lottie said switches about something with the clock tower, right? I don't know. I don't know. Also, why is everything rumbling? Why is everything rumbling? Okay, let's go this way. Yeah, it is nice that this got a modern port. I agree with you on that, for sure. Bon. Ooh, an elevator. Okay. What is happening? Oh, I can actually choose these different levels, apparently. Or in the basement. Let's put a save state down. Also, there's a very conspicuous grate above my head. I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's try the first one. Nothing happened. Okay. You want to be going to 3. Well, I just hit 2 instead as Kaon. Oh, we're back in the house. Oh, shit. Who? Miss Mary. Good to see you, Jennifer. You're safe now. I don't believe you. No, don't run to her. Ah, shit. Why? Why? Jennifer, no. Dead end. Oh, it was credits. Sick. Sick. Let's fast forward. Let me guess. If I hit continue, does it take me back to the elevator? This feels like... I hope it takes me back to the elevator, or at least back to, like, you know, somewhere I can get back into the elevator, right? Wait, how... hold on. Before I do that. Which ending did I just get there? I ran credits, so I'm assuming. Okay, we got a D ending. All right. Maybe if we took 3 and, you know, get one of the higher ones? Is that what's happening here? I kind of, like, appreciate if this continue goes where I think it should. Okay, it goes here. Could I have gone a different way? It's not letting me use the elevator again. Is there something else I could have done here? Wait, could I have, like, panicked my way out of this? Panic? I'm going to mash that panic button. Well, with turbo at least, right? To, like, say, fuck you, lady! Nope. Hold on. Hold on. Nope. Why? You son of a bitch. Okay, well. So you're just fucked if you do this? That sucks. That's not fun. I don't like that. It's like I can't get back. Oh, well, okay, well. That's why I'm glad we made the save state. Let's try 3 then. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Ding. Oh, shit. No! Fuck. I can't even fight my way out of that one. And credits. Well, shit. I think I know what happened here. I think it's like I probably didn't meet all the criteria for finding all the exploring enough of the house, or like finding things in either the right order or like triggering certain events in the house, right? If I had to guess, which would then give me a different ending. So like if I go to this ending list now, did I get like a different one? Yeah, I got the E ending. Okay. And then you just kind of keep replaying it over and over again until you get all of them for funsies, I guess, right? I don't know what happens if you get all of them necessarily, but I'm guessing if I chose continue, it'll just take me back to the elevator again. I'm guessing it does, right? Yeah. So technically, I guess I could, if I want to round things out, I can choose this option. Then, wait, no, this does nothing. Is there an option where like I could go to the choose one? I don't know. Yeah. So in this case, we run to what's her name again? She's like, "Hey, good to see you." And then blah. I don't need to see Jennifer getting fucking shanked again. I'm good. So I guess because we've kind of gotten to this point, it's like I would just have to start a new game, right? And then under that pretense, it would give me a brand new randomization, I guess, right? I guess if I go quick start, it'll just start me. What, probably the moment everyone kind of disappears? Yeah. So it's back here. Try the elevator again and see what happens? What do you mean try the elevator again? I think it's oh shit, wait. No, because I rewind. This should take me back to the elevator. No, I'll take it back here. So I would need to load game here. Because yeah, this does nothing. Can't press anything else here, right? 3, I'm guessing, yeah, it just does this, right? Can't press start past these credits, which is a bit annoying if you've seen them like 800 times. Wow, that not a single one of these endings have included a clock tower. I think you need to get more of the story where you can actually get the secret of the clock tower. Lottie kind of said the buttons and then nothing happened. So I'm like, shit. Like, we're here again. If I chose 3 again, yeah, same thing. So it's chaos. Nothing different is happening, unfortunately. I mean, was there something with those buttons that I could have done differently that we saw on the wall, except I couldn't interact with them, right? I'd be really mad at myself if there was something I could have pressed there. I just didn't hover over it correctly or something like that. I can't rewind that far back, though. That's too far back, right? So, fuck. I just have to do it again. That's okay. I don't know. What time is it? Almost 9 p.m. Good call getting a drink. I guess by virtue of this, I didn't get the D ending. So let's just, whatever, let's get that. It was 2, right? Right. And blah, 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 blah. Yep, shank. Blah. This game is still really interesting to me. This is much more interesting to me than my first time playing. Now that I have a vague idea of the structure of the game, right? I'm still going to throw a save state down. Let's rank this game. I think I'm ready to rank it. That was significantly different the first time I played it. Or at least significant feeling, I'll say. Like release quick here. Whoop, whoop. Oh, too bright. There we go. game is pretty sweet. I don't mind the overall randomization of things. I think it makes the game it's like just different enough every single time, right? Like that was significantly different from where I didn't even get remotely that far last time I played this. I didn't get any of these endings. I just died a lot, right? I think the last time I got eaten by the cannibal guy. What was his name? I can't remember. The guy that we didn't have a ham to give him that time. But like, it's super cool. I do find it interesting how this game, Walter, that was his name? Okay. I do find it interesting how this game handles handles the endings and stuff like that. Also, let's bomb that really quick. Christ. And block. Get out of here. I find it really interesting how this game handles all these multiple endings, because it's like, yeah, if you I feel like a lot of games back then at the time of this, like 1995-ish, right, didn't do like checklists for like endings, you know? You gotta learn that Mary is the evils before the basement, I guess. Yeah, I think, you know, if I probably like ran into her maybe somewhere else, you know, or like maybe there's like a book I had to read somewhere. There's that mural, right? Did I not do something at that mural? Maybe I didn't see like what the secret was there. There was nothing in that room that we like broke open with like the pipe. I think it's to do with Walter in the cage. I mean, I talked to Walter, and I gave him the ham. It's canon. There's also one where she sticks you in the prison room. Oh. Interesting. I want to play this game again. Might even have time to do it today. Yeah. I think we have time to do it today, but let's rank it first. Maybe I'll just go right... weird. It's like, I'm ready to rank this. I will say, but I do want to play it some more, because I find this game really interesting. Because like, I think the last time I played it, I didn't really get any of those endings because I just died so much. But I also, last time I played, I don't think I was like using a lot of like that rewind and stuff, right? Mostly by factor of like, now when I use a lot of rewind, save states, stuff like that, that's a way to help compartmentalize my playing in these games, to see more of it quicker. But I need to not let it like influence, hey, like if this game's really hard or like wants you to keep replaying it, missing the context of why that is. In the case of this game, I actually don't mind playing this game over and over again. I'm having a lot of creature comforts by using rewind and stuff like that, for sure. Or like fast forward so I can get Mary's stamina back, or even, you know, using a turbo. It's like, you know, I would have had a turbo controller even back in the day for the Super Nintendo, so it's fine. I think the key factor here is it's like, you know, for a game that, like, let's put it this way, it's chaos, correct me if I'm wrong. When we got to that elevator, I think that's basically the end of the game at the aforementioned clock tower, right? Right? So it's like, I'm pretty sure that's the end of the game. For a game that's like not all that long, kind of, yeah, it is? Okay. So by factor of this game not being very long, I can see how they'd want to like extract more replayability out of it, right? Like a game like this would be like very stereotypical Japan doing the thing where it's like, we got to make the game harder because a rental market is just eating this game up, right? Like 4 of the endings involve you picking floor 3. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. So like my whole thing with this is like, I don't like understanding the layout of the way this game's mechanics works in terms of the randomization, the way you're supposed to explore through the house, the unlocking of like the different story elements to get those endings, and replaying because you want to see those endings and unlock the mystery of what the hell's going on, right? Rather than just jumping in that car at the beginning and just piecing out like we did. I think it's kind of neat how this game really tries to extend that out of an adventure game, which also wouldn't be very typical at the time, even with like adventure games on the PC and stuff, right? Not a lot of PC games would have like PC adventure games had a lot of like multiple endings in this way, at least for a lot of the very much more mainstream adventure games. When I think about, Sam and Max, or perhaps, like any of those LucasArts games, it'd be like a lot of the adventure games in more like the Sierra side, where you could even die in those games, right? Like death in adventure games is already a very contentious subject for a lot of adventure game people. I kind of wish Tricky Banana was here for this discussion, knowing how much Tricky Banana loves adventure games, obviously. Point clicks, one might say. So like, I think it's kind of neat how this game tries to extend the life of that, also by intertwining that with like the game's mystery, right? It's kind of neat. Broken Sword had two endings, the real one and the one where we uninstalled after getting stuck at the goat puzzle. Yeah. I think about like even Maniac Mansion, right? It's like, is it Maniac Mansion where you can like drown in the pool, right? But then eventually, I think they took that out of some versions of the game, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. It's been a while since I thought about Maniac Mansion. And there's like a whole thing where you can like put the hamster in the microwave or something, which is real fucked up. I have not played original Maniac Mansion in a very long time. The version that I always think about, because it's the only version I had access to, was the version for the NES, which I think might have taken that out. I can't remember. Can't remember. When I think about Maniac Mansion, I mostly think about recently Day of the Tentacle, right? Which you cannot die in that game. But this game makes that really interesting, right? And also, like, I did talk about this a lot bit last time, but it's like this game's influence on survival horror, right? I can see it. Skaon says the C64 version was superior. That is the most It's Kaon thing I've heard you say so far today. It's Kaon. Of course you would say this. And then you could probably go into detail telling me why the Amiga version is almost just as good. Don't take that as a derogatory thing. I'm just teasing. But yeah, that probably tracks. That probably tracks with the one you grew up with, right? It's not the version I grew up with, but I don't think the NES version of that game is supposedly very good either, right? It's like I didn't actually own it. I had a friend that owned it, and I remember having the Nintendo Power for Maniac Mansion for the NES, which had that really incredible magazine cover. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? Where's my Firefox window? Nintendo Power magazine, Maniac Mansion NES cover. Here we go. Yeah, this thing, right? Better scan on this though. Not one that's from fucking fandom. That's a good looking high res photo. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah. Oh god. Get out of here. Remember this? Like this cool ass cover with like this like it's like diorama of aforementioned the Maniac Mansion. Wow, $13, you don't say. Jeez. It's like, and the actual diorama for this. Let me see if I can go around. I think this came up recently, wasn't it? Where like someone was able to like restore this thing. This site's not working. This person literally had... Yeah, there it is. Yeah, like someone actually saved the diorama and like kind of like kept it nice and clean just for, you know, because you should. Video game history, right? It's super cool. Super cool. And if I'm not mistaken, it's like, I think, is it the Super Mario Brothers one that's made out of clay, which was also like legendary, right, back in the day? Which they also ended up like kind of not, they couldn't remake it because it's clay, right? But it's when Nintendo Power had like an anniversary issue, they kind of like did like a riff on that, but like for one of the newer Mario games or something like that. Wasn't it like for maybe Mario Wonder or Galaxy perhaps? I can't. Anyways, let's come back. Apparently they originally tried writing an assembly. That doesn't strike me as out of this world. And yes, CPU is similar to 64, but it still took them 2 years to port it. Again, it's like one of those things where like that version of Maniac Mansion, like I didn't really encounter it outside of Nintendo Power, right? So I don't know that much about it, but that's kind of neat. That's neat. Like I said, I still think about like Day of the Tentacle often when it comes to that series. Anyways, Clock Tower. I wish the mouse worked with this game. Unfortunately, that's, you know, I'm sure someone's got a mod or something or a ROM hack for that, right? That sounds like something someone would do. It would have been nice, because it's not like there's a lot of buttons for this game. There's just enough that'd probably be like challenging for a mouse though, right? Like being able to run with a double click is fine, but having run on the shoulder buttons is a nice feature, I'll say. Running right or left, right? It's only on 2D plane anyways. Then you have the panic button, and then one button's for your inventory to bring that up. Like each one of these buttons still does something, right? Like this was the interact button. This was for like have Jennifer stop so she could like take a breath and recover her stamina or life, I should say. This was the inventory button. This was the panic button, right? So you still need at least the 4 buttons, right? The shoulders are convenient, but these are required. So like, you know, Super Nintendo mouse only had 2 buttons on it, because otherwise there's nothing on the UI you can click to like bring up the inventory or something like that. So that's too bad. Still neat though. Still neat. I do kind of wish you know, if you had like a modern convenience, more modern convenience service game, you'd have things like checklists or like a note, kind of like, I don't want like an objectives list. That's not what I'm asking for. I wouldn't mind like just like a list of like, hey, these are things that you found to help like get to those endings. It's like, I don't want like a thing telling me, hey, go look for this, right? Just like a flat unnumbered list that just says like, you discovered this, you discovered that, and like XYZ, all these things, right? And kind of appreciate that it doesn't do that in order to try to mask some of that from the user to encourage the exploration, which I think this game does do successfully, but it's like just for like my crappy memory, you know, I'm gonna write these things down. Although back then you would have had to, right? You would have had to. So that's okay, but you know, all told, I do think this game is pretty special. Pretty special. I would even go as far as say it's like, I think it's really unfortunate that this game didn't get released to North American shores when it came out originally in 1995, right? Like, most people wouldn't really discover the Clock Tower series until, you know, on North American shores until much later. Like it wasn't until the 1996 version came out on the PlayStation, right? Which is not technically the same game. Not technically the same game. I know I've got it like marked here in my Twitch thing saying I'm playing Clock Tower. It says Clock Tower. It's not the same game because I couldn't find it, if I'm being honest, within the list. It's like, this says Clock Tower, but the thing that I have tagged is actually the PS1 game, which is, yes, technically it's a 3D game for the PlayStation 1, right? And it's not the same game. It's not even the same story. It's not the same characters, right? I don't think. Or is it? Hold on. No, it is. It's the same. Is it the same game? Let me look this up real quick. No, it is. Okay, it is after the events of the original Clock Tower, right? I think Clock Tower, the First Sphere would have been the right tag. Okay. Yeah, because technically, I remember reading this in my research where it's like, Clock Tower 1996 for the PlayStation 1 is technically Clock Tower 2 in Japan. I'm reading that here. Right? And it happens after the events with the same character. So you still get to play as Jennifer, except it's like she's like a little more of an adult or something like that, or whatever. I don't know the full story. But like the original Clock Tower, which is the Super Nintendo version, just never had a North American release until it got ported. Which, yes, Clock Tower: The First Sphere, which was released when? 1997. So after Clock Tower 2 in Japan. That makes sense. And that's where it had like some of those additional things that you mentioned, right? It's K-On. Oh, it also came out on Windows 95. Great. A monochrome version with no pause option and some HUD changes were later released on the Wonder Swan. Ooh. That's fun. Anyways. The reason why I say I kind of wish this game came out not earlier, but like on North American release, I feel like it would have like even greater influence, right? Because like thinking about like, when did Resident Evil first came out, right? That very first game, Resident Evil 1. I think that was 96, wasn't it? Yes, it was. 1996. I think for most people, when they think about like horror games, right, they think about that PlayStation era. And that's kind of it. I'm sorry, not it's kind of it. Minimizing that. But I think it's like most people of my generation and, you know, that grew up with video games in that 90s era, right? When they think about horror games or survival horror, if we're being honest, right? Most people think about Resident Evil. People don't think about Clock Tower. A lot of people don't even think about like a lot of those games that came out on like PC and stuff that were horror games, right? At the time. I wonder if they just never did an English version in case Argento and the lawyers got it. Maybe. It could be. But it's probably worth also noting, it's like, it's kind of probably at that time, like the people who made Clock Tower probably didn't, as is the case with most pioneering games, right? They don't know what they got their hands on until it hits the public, right? So it's just like, oh, it's like, do people like this? Should we have cared a little more about copyright infringement? Right? So I don't know. I should read into that a little more. I'd be very curious. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like, again, Clock Tower, had it actually been released in North America, or at least even more, you know, globally. It probably could have had a couple more flowers thrown its way for its initial influences. I feel like it's not like it's not a series that didn't hit big. It got big, but like on the PlayStation, right? Not for the Super Nintendo. And by the time it came on the PlayStation, Resident Evil had already hit really big because that game came out close to launch, right? Or for launch? Was Resident Evil a launch game? Resident Evil 1 launch game? I can't remember. It's 96, right? I'm not gonna read it. It's fine. It's fine. Someone can correct me on that if you find out. But yeah, I like this game a lot. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's very funny. People don't even like think about human entertainment in this way, you know? I love human entertainment because I love Fire Pro Wrestling, right? I was gonna say Super Fire Pro specifically, right? I love Fire Pro Wrestling. Of course, I know who human entertainment is. But I feel like these days, most people don't think about human entertainment from this era of Super Fire Pro Wrestling. Most people just think about, you know, the newer stuff, right? Yeah, imagine finishing up your work on this game and going right into Super Fire Pro Wrestling X Premium. It's fucking nuts, right? It's fucking nuts. You know, let alone, you know, you know me, I talk a lot about loving human Grand Prix, right? I think this series is also very good, but it's for this game is really for the sickos, right? As, you know, Fire Pro Wrestling is already for the sickos. This is also for the sickos, but not every human entertainment game was an incredible one, but a lot of them were, I think, punching above their weight, one might say, right? And I think Clock Tower is a really good example of like the diversity of human entertainment. We haven't even looked at all their games. Like, it's like I look at the Firemen. Retro Chris asked me to play the Firemen. If you don't know what the Firemen is, stay tuned in the coming weeks. But it's a Super Nintendo game that's like literally about playing as some firemen, and it's pretty sick. And it's pretty sick. Anyways, Clock Tower, 1995. Or was it originally? Here it is. Part 33, huh? Long time ago. Literally 52 weeks ago. I think it's better than where I had originally put it by quite a stretch. I don't need to redo that part of the science. I do need this part 33 in here. This game is absolutely better than Power Load Runner and Best of the Best Championship Karate, which by factor means, yeah, it's better than Super Godzilla. Okay, getting that out of the way early, right? Of course it is. Of course it is. This game is better than Psycho Dream. Clock Tower is absolutely better than that. I'll even have to go as far to say I think Clock Tower is better than Zoop. Zoop. Not Zool. Zoop. As much as we love Zoop, all the Zoop heads should be able to understand on this one, right? No focus. Come on. Come on. Come on. R.I.P. to Itagaki-san, right? Who obviously passed away recently. I think it was today that news was put out, right? Yeah, it was today. Tomonobu Itagaki, creator of Dead or Alive's bouncy jiggling Team Ninja fighting game, and obviously Ninja Gaiden for the Xbox originally and all that stuff, right? Itagaki did not work on the original Ninja Gaiden. I'll be very serious on that. But, you know, RIP. Yeah, but Zoop, yeah, absolutely. But Zoop, no buts. No ifs, no buts. Clock Tower is better than Zoop. Clock Tower is also better than Ninja Gaiden Trilogy. It's also better than Run Saber. Better than Final Fight. Also, what's this? Get out of here. I delete something there by accident. I left this little character. I'm going to double check my list because I have a second copy of my list. Let's double check that really quick. Make sure Sho Aniki and Final Fight are supposed to be one behind the other. Is that 123? Endo Rage, Sho Aniki. Mario is missing. Mario is missing! Shit! Hold on. Apologies. One sec. Let's fix this really quick. I need to go to... Nope, that's not a direct lure. tinyworld.com/SNES ranking. I must hit the delete button by accident somewhere at some point, right? Oops. What's the number again? 124. Part 18. There it is. I should have 168 or 268 at the bottom, right? Oh, I'm missing. Right, I'm missing one because I took Clock Tower out, so we're fine. Which I lost the copy for because I just copied. Mario's missing. Fuck. Where did I put Clock Tower on it? There it is. Okay, we're fine. Get Clock Tower back in here, right? May as well scoot it down while we're here. No! 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 Get out of here with that, because Clock Tower is better than Mario's missing, right? Absolutely is. Absolutely it is. Where the hell did I put it? There it is. Mario's missing... No. Clock Tower. It's better than Zoop. It's also better than Hyper Iria. Better than Ninja Gaiden Trilogy. It's better than Run Saber. Okay, now we're back at it. Clock Tower is absolutely better than Front Mission Gun Hazard. Absolutely. Game I tried to play twice. Better than SimAnt. Yeah. It's better than SimAnt. SimAnt is neat. I'm not gonna say SimAnt ain't neat. SimAnt isn't influential in the way Clock Tower is. Let's be real. And it's also not as good to look at. SimAnt is rough to look at, right? It's not the easiest game to look at, even aside from the fact I have a bug phobia, right? Even aside from that fact. Right, here we go. Better than Final Fight. Clock Tower is better than Final Fight. For the SNES. Okay. The version of Final Fight you want. It's okay. It's half decent. I was actually listening to one Jeff Gersman talk about beat-em-ups recently, and I agreed with a lot of his points. You know, beat-em-ups are hard to go back to a little bit, right? Or they feel very fleeting because they just don't have like a lot of progressive mechanics in them that make them satisfying for very long periods of time. They're fun to go back to briefly, like not for very long periods of time with a lot of depth. There's just not a lot of depth in them, generally speaking, right? But like modern beat-em-ups have changed that calculus quite a bit, right? Where they've, you know, now got like different command inputs for like special moves and combos and yada yada yada, right? So it's like Final Fight being one of these progenitors this early on is cool, but this is also not the version to play, right? It's why the Pebble Beach is so high on this list. Did you what are you talking about, Self-Focus? Pebble Beach is incredible. Do you remember? You remember? They'll focus. T&E Soft. Makers of fine products such as Virtual Highlight. They'll focus. It was the Mode 7 3D golf game that like took forever when you were like turning just to like change the camera angle and stuff like that. But it had like, it was like super in depth when it came to like the way the like the golf meter moved and like how you put spin on the ball, and it was like trying to very much be like a golf sim. It looked fucking crazy. It took forever to like render out, but it was pretty sick. It's wild. It's so low how quickly your tone changes. Also, it's Kaon. Yeah, that sure. Are you sure that's Werner Herzog? I don't know about that. You might want to double check that one. That's funny if it is, but no way. No way. Sure, it's not like an excerpt that Microsoft took somewhere. I can't imagine Werner Herzog saying the term Game Pass. It's the best value in gaming. It's a bad Werner Herzog. That's just me doing the like, show me the baby, but like in that voice, right? But instead saying great, the best value in gaming. Clock Tower. It's better than Pebble Beach Golf Links. Next time you load up a Twitch page, maybe I'll play. I'm good. I don't need it. I don't want to see ads anyways. Clock Tower is better than this Yu Yu Hakusho fighting game, which was fine, but not good. Better than Secret of Evermore. It's better than Brainlord. Is Clock Tower better than Super Smash TV? Super Smash TV is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a little thin. Is Clock Tower better than Stone Protectors? Ganja get mad if I say it is. Wow, the focus says no. Of course not. Tell focus, yeah. If you're gonna give me, yeah, if you're gonna... I'm feeling my blood, it's about to boil. I almost did a Werner Herzog reading out what the focus says, but I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, that guitar riff is pretty good. Pretty good. What isn't Clock Tower better than? There's Taekwondo, another human entertainment product. There's Aso Nere, the visual novel tennis game. That's pretty decent. There's Joe and Mac. There's Shadowrun. Actually, this is really interesting. Is Clock Tower better or worse than Shadowrun? Shadowrun is super neat. It tries to go further with the point-and-click action for sure. By having like actual like gunplay and stuff like that, right? But admittedly a little bit of a Pixel Hunter too, in similar ways that Clock Tower is. Yeah, Shadowrun has systems. Whatever, Clock Tower has systems too, not nearly as many, but no, don't focus. There's mechanics, right? Mechanics. It's kind of a system. Inventory, yeah. There's a stamina system, right? There is the randomization elements of Clock Tower. That is technically also a system, right? For like progression and for progressing the storyline to get the different endings and so forth, right? Those count. People don't think about those as systems in a way, right? It's important to remember, there's more to it. More to it. Mechanics don't always have to be as direct Clock Tower better or worse than Shadowrun? Man, Shadowrun is pretty sick. Or if anyone has made Clock Tower and Twine. I mean, yeah, why not? Here's what don't focus. There's apparently a manga for that Clock Tower series, if I'm not misunderstanding. And like, you know, you just, you know, choose your own adventure your way through, like, you know, a set canon of the story and stuff like that. Yeah, sure, why not? Right? Yeah, it's apparently like very, very cool. Oh yeah, here we go. Don't focus. I'm glad you're here for this. Is Clock Tower better or worse than Out of This World? A game that I think, again, I will always say this, a game that is extremely influential and important to the cinematography of video games. Don't Focus says it's better. Ganj. Don't Focus said it, not me. Not me. I'm just out here asking questions. Okay, look. Let's be real about this. I'm sorry, Ganj. I do think Clock Tower is better than Snow Fingers. I think it's also better than Nosferatu and Blackthorn. I think it's also better than Cannon Fodder. I think it's better than Shadowrun. I think... Fuck. I think Out of This World is incredible, right? But... So here's the thing. I think Out of This World nails the aesthetics, but the gameplay at Clock Tower, I think, is better than Out of This World, personally speaking. I mean, Clock Tower is more influential than Out of This World. I don't know if I'd say that. I don't know if I'd say that. I would say Out of This World is more influential, if I'm being honest. The reason I say that is because, Focus, when you think about the kinds of games that, or you like, even think about like the really big ticket AAA developers that will mention Out of This World as their influence. There's games that probably wouldn't look the way that they look if not for Out of This World. Kojima consistently states, like, I think most people know me. I'm not the biggest Hideo Kojima stan in the world. I played all the Metal Gear games, right? I think Metal Gear is fine. I don't have an interest in playing Death Stranding. And you think about all the people who would like revere Kojima over maximalist Kojima these days. Yeah, Kojima says a lot of things. But Kojima consistently states Out of This World is one of Kojima's most influenced games. Why no interest in Death Stranding? Let me get to that in a sec, actually. But again, I'm not the world's biggest Hideo Kojima stan. I used to like Kojima's games a lot more when I was younger. And more in like the PS2 era of things, right? Because I think what he was doing for games at that time, like Hideo Kojima's eye for cinematography is really fucking cool, right? But really cool for that era of PS2 sensibilities when no one else knew how to really kind of pull a lot of that same Hollywood magic that he was able to get in his cutscenes and stuff, right? But there is still, to me, a disconnect between Hideo Kojima's gameplay and that action you see in his cutscenes. But if you're in on the joke of what Kojima's games have done over time, you then are able to see kind of like, it's not making it passable with the gameplay, but it's like you start to see like the in-joke of like how the game is actually like a little bit goofy, and then when it goes to like its cutscenes, it becomes like almost hyper serious until they're not. And that there's like a, it's not magical realism, it's not absurdism either, but I think there's, actually no, I think it might be like magical realism in some ways, right? I think that's actually maybe the way to, I don't know, I'm not good at that kind of dissection when it comes to art and stuff like that, but I'll call it that for now. But there's a magical realism element to it that like lets you get beyond it to say like, ah, yes, okay, that's fun, okay, I'll keep allowing myself to enjoy this, or, you know, let this art in this cutscene and the comedy of whatever's happening like wash over me and enjoy it, right? When it comes to something like Out of This World, right, it directly influenced Kojima for stuff like that. We wouldn't have not only Kojima's works for a lot of that stuff, but even anything after that, right? When with the way people look at Kojima's works these days. Sweet Home was arguably a much more bigger influence on RE. You mean for Resident Evil? Is that what you mean? Also, I've never played that Sweet Home game. That's a very, very old RPG or something, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. He said that, but Metal Gear 2 was before Another World. It's true. It wasn't until the MSX version of the game, right? It's Kaon, right? Where like technologically, like, yeah, like those initial Metal Gear games are influential for a whole other reason than Metal Gear Solid, right? Yeah, and Solid is like 60% stuff from Metal Gear 2 from a lore perspective, and then pulling it forward into, you know, obviously all these fancy ass cutscenes you see in the PlayStation version, yada yada yada, right? But like, it's interesting to look at technologically where Out of This World is compared, I'm bringing it full circle, compared to like something like Clock Tower, right? Clock Tower is incredible sprites, but there's like no cinematography to it whatsoever, right? There might be technical limitations, or by factor of just like what human entertainment knew how to do, yada yada yada. I can't comment on that stuff. You know, I'm not a dev, right? I didn't sit in there to know. But I think it's like from the basis of survival horror games, right? When I think about horror games before Clock Tower, I think about like shit. I brought it up before. They made a game called The Haunted. I think it's called The Haunted. What's that like adventure game? It also came out on the NES, was originally a PC game on like old Commodores and all those old computers and stuff like that. It was like an RPG fantasy game, but then those people also made a horror game using the same engine. I think it originally came out on Mac as well. I think originally it was a Mac game. And it's like a point and click, like with verbs, kind of point and click adventure game. Fuck, what was that called? I always forget the name of this game. There's a remake of it recently. I think the people who made that game actually just put out a new one of those. Maybe it wasn't called Haunted. It was, what was it? I remember it had a screenshot on Nintendo Power and it like scary as shit. NES point and click adventure game. Uninvited, that's what it was. Shadowgate was the other. Yeah, thanks, Scan. Just got it now. Yeah. Uninvited was the horror point and click adventure game that came out in like 1986. Sorry. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. This game also came out on the NES and the Famicom. But like, you know, when I think about like that game, that is like one of the earliest examples of like a scary video game, right? It's not the same kind of survival horror, obviously, because there's no, you know, there's no action elements in that game compared to like obviously Clock Tower. Jay's up 3-1. Let's go. Let's go. I know they won yesterday. They clobbered the shit out of the Mariners yesterday, right? Ooh. Ooh. Anyways. So what I'm saying is, wrap it all back around. I think Clock Tower, as influential as it is for the survival horror genre, as big as survival horror games are today, I think that's still a smaller genre niche in comparison to like what cinematography as a whole looks like for video. It's like they're, you know, interrelated things, right? It's like the cinematography that you see in Out of This World influenced literally all future, you know, literally where do you put the camera, right? You know, that's even outside of like cutscenes and stuff, right? But if you think about like Clock Tower, it's like survival horror on its own, and then how that blossomed into its own thing, right? So it's like, yes, apples to oranges a little bit, but like to me, it feels like the greater influence is still on Out of This World. That being said, took me a while to get here. Which one is the better Super Nintendo game? It's Clock Tower. It's Clock Tower. Chris was right. Chris was right. I'm sorry, Ganj. Chris was right. But Chris is still wrong overall about Out of This World, because it was up to Chris. Chris would put Out of This World probably like under stone protectors. So if you want to get mad at Chris about something, Ganj, get mad at Chris about that. Right? Yeah, see? Nah. A switch to 3D engines would require devs to think about camera placement either way. Yes. Yes. But not dynamically, right? It's Kaon? Not dynamically, quite yet. It's not even just a switch to 3D engines. It's like... It's like, even under a 2D... a 2D perspective, it's also like thinking about not just where the camera placement is, but it's like what's happening on the goddamn screen, right? It's like it's like, you remember those like chase sequences, it's Kaon, when you're like running and like all those fucking lasers are going by as like you're running with your friend, your alien friend, right? It's like, oh my god, it's nuts, right? It's absolutely nuts, and it looks incredible. It doesn't look great on the Super Nintendo because it's moving at like 5 frames per second, but you know. Myers, welcome back. Clock that on Clock Tower. Ha, funny. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Moving on. I think Clock Tower is... Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Clock Tower is better than Out of This World. Is Clock Tower better than Prince of Persia? What isn't Clock Tower better than? On the SNES, yes. Remember, this is arguably the best version of Prince of Persia ever made, right? For this, not talking about the 3D versions, right? This is arguably the best version of this game by a very, very long shot, right? Depending on your feelings about how the artwork was remastered and the movement is smoothed out quite a lot, right? Prince of Persia has not felt better than this, right? When you play like those really old versions, it feels like a slog. Still feels weird as hell here, but not nearly as bad as those old computer versions, right? And the way it moves is incredible. Not saying those old versions on the PCs didn't look incredible in their own way too, right? Like it's canon. I get it. It's canon. You literally said to me just moments ago about how the best version of Maniac Mansion is on the C64. Of course you're going to say that. Of course you're going to say that. It's fine. More than makes sense. What isn't Clock Tower better than? Well, I'll tell you this much. I don't think Clock Tower is as good as, say, Super Mario Kart. It's no NHL 94 or Hagane. It's no Harvest Moon. As influential as Harvest Moon also is. I don't think Clock Tower is as good as Ganbare Goemon 2. I don't think it's as good as Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Kirby Superstar sure is a game I need to play more of. I don't think Clock Tower is as good as Killer Instinct. I don't think it's as good as... I don't think it's as good as either of these Parodius games. Don't think it's as good as Breath of Fire. I'm not going to replay them today. I hate these games. Fuck. Yeah, it's somewhere in here. It's somewhere here. Is Clock Tower better or worse than Donkey Kong Country? It won't be the last. Don't focus. It won't be the last. Almost guaranteed. God, SimCity is fucking sick as hell on Super Nintendo. Goof Troop was cool as hell, even with the one time I played it, compared to Donkey Kong Country and how it makes me mad every single fucking time. I played Donkey Kong Country 3 twice? Even I don't remember that. No, that does not mean I'm going to play it again, just to remember. Yoshi's Cookie is pretty fucking good. Here's the thing. I think Clock Tower can be as good as Goof Troop, at least. But I don't know if I feel comfortable saying Clock Tower is better than Prince of Persia. There's elements of Clock Tower that I like much more than even Dracula X or Ken Griffey's Junior Baseball, but like, man, these are solid ass video games, right? Yoshi's Cookie is an incredible, solid as hell puzzle game. It's just a little quaint. I might have overranked this slightly. I might have overranked Yoshi's Cookie. But Yoshi's Cookie is really, really solid. My Heroes is like, wait, what? No. I know My Hero Zero, I know. This game is a lot of fun. But I might have overranked it. I also might have overranked Magical Poppin' slightly. I'm not making any enemies this stream. Wait, no, don't focus. You're the one out here saying, like, Stone Protectors. Get to the bottom. If anything, the chat is against me today. You're antagonizing me, not. Get out of here with that. I don't think Clock Tower is as good as Donkey Kong Country. I don't. I fucking hate these games. But no, they're still better. They're still better. I will say I think Clock Tower is obviously... I enjoy Clock Tower a lot more than Donkey Kong Country 3 or the first one. But there is still a lot of wonder to be found in these games. Fucking hate that minecart. God. The way it controls is... no, hold on. No, Clock Tower's not as good. Clock Tower is influential but aged. Yeah, so is Donkey Kong Country. Simply used the hidden blaster. Oh, it makes me so mad. So mad. Clock Tower better than Prince of Persia. It is. It is. It is. Clock Tower is better than Prince of Persia. I fucking love this version of Prince of Persia, but like, no, Clock Tower is the better game. It's also the more important game. Dracula X is really fucking solid though, man. I don't think Clock Tower is as good as... Clock Tower is not as good as Stunt Race FX. It's not. Clock Tower is not better than Ken Griffey Jr.'s baseball. Okay? This is still the ow. I can see Dull Focus is like buying like it's K-on's favor with a sub. You're like, look, Clock Tower's good, but how about these games instead? So let me slide you a sub so you'll agree with me. Either that or it goes to Fanbyte staff somehow. Yeah. Clock Tower's not as good as Ken Griffey Jr.'s baseball. It's also not as good as Dracula X, right? It's like, at this point, I think going above Prince of Persia is correct. Just simply above or on the basis of like, these games are very old, but extremely unique. God, even with Out of This World, I just realized I put all these three right next to each other. But like, Dracula X is a better video game just on the basis it's a good fucking video game. Not saying these are bad, but like, there's a refinement on these games that does not exist on these, but also that doesn't deteriorate, like, you know, the importance of these games, right? Is the audio gone for anyone? As far as I can tell, I'm still capturing. Fire Zero, did you hit the mute button yourself? There's also an ad running. Ads got rid of your audio all of a sudden. That'd be weird. Congratulations to Clock Tower. I think 76 is much, much better place than the dumps that I had it in previously just because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Which is also partially what I have to say is probably the worst part about Clock Tower. Even just reading the manual is not enough to understand how this game works and what it's asking of you. But it is worth considering that like what this game asks of you is very different than what many other games did at the time, even from adventure games, right? Like for something that didn't exist that much on consoles at the time. Every adventure game for a console is very slightly quirky in some weird ass way, right? Like whether it's even just like the way you use verbs can be very strange, right? Or even by like, do you even have a cursor to point and click things on the screen? This game did, for sure. But then you have to deal with it being a pixel hunt game. And I think this game got around that challenge mostly in a fairly interesting way by like changing the cursor for letting you know what you can interact with and stuff like that. It's kind of neat. You know, a lot of adventure games didn't even do that on PC and stuff. You might get like a highlight, but not always, right? Blackthorn is better than Prince of Persia because Army of Darkness shotgun moves are cooler than Arrow Flint swashbuckling. Hey. Don't take this the wrong way. I don't like Army of Darkness all that much. I just don't. I think maybe it was like, it's like had too many people around me being insufferable with Army of Darkness. I'm being honest. Like too many people. I remember growing up, just at every fucking turn. Oh, you are making enemies. At every fucking turn, I had people doing that, and that was even before like Duke Nukem became a thing. You know, it's the same way I kind of brisk a little bit when people are making like references to Anchorman nonstop in like, you know, the mid 2000s, right? Just nonstop. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't care. It's a good movie. I don't need to hear you fucking quoting this thing all day at school, bruh. Like, fuck off. Leave me alone, please. That's a me issue. I'm just self-projecting on this. Don't take it the wrong way. I get the sense that Russ doesn't love Lamp. Ah, oh, Jesus Christ, still focused. Yeah. Yeah. I think Bruce Campbell's just fine. I respect Bruce Campbell. I even respect the Evil Dead franchise, including Army of Darkness. I just find the people I had to be around growing up were the fucking worst when it came to those movies. I want nothing to do with them. Anyways. Congratulations, Clock Tower. I think you're right. I think you're right. It's almost 10 p.m. Let's end the episode here. Ah, there you go. Jesus Christ. And that's even before like Earthworm Jim started doing that, right? Might as well be the same fucking thing. No, it's not. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's much less insufferable than Earthworm Jim. All right, let's end the episode here. We'll keep playing some other stuff for a bit. So like, stick around, right? But at least for YouTube, this video will be archived over at youtube.com/@RJLee. Don't forget that. Go over there, like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Of course, come on over here if you want. Join me over on twitch.tv/RJLee. Go Jays, go Jays. Come on, baby. Del Focus, can I get a score update? If you do not mind. Of course, over here on Twitch, you can support me with a Twitch subscription, much like one Del Focus did. It's Kaon. A couple other people previous days streamed. Of course, that goes towards the bonus streams, double header of events. One half of that is video game related. The or one, fuck yeah, let's go. The other half of that is the Playlist LP, which is I take my guitars back there and I play Rocksmith using the very cool custom DLC songs provided with fine folks over at customswords.com. Thank you so much to them. I would not be able to do any of those streams without them. Of course, you can always pass me a tip and or donation. Much like people like one My Hero Zero did. Thank you so much, My Hero Zero, in the previous past. But also one Retro Chris as well. I think Burmick did, which, you know, we played a bunch of games for them because if you suggest a Super Nintendo game for us, I had to play it as soon as possible. You can do so with a $20 tip or 8 subs or 2,000 bits. I have a whole bunch of games from Retro Chris on deck. I decided to play Clock Tower today to get it out of the way because it's the spooky season, of course. But we will continue some more of that. Of course, I have to play the games as soon as possible as long as we're doing this Let's Rank almost every Super Nintendo game show, as long as it's not the very end of the show like it is right now. As long as, you know, I'm playing someone else's game, I will gently nudge you into the queue. But you can all go on over to tinyurl.com/SNES ranking. Go see that games list for yourself. If you want to see this giant list of Super Nintendo games. Oh my god, My Hero Zero! What am I doing? I'm riding the wave of these emojis. Shoutouts to My Hero Zero. Thank you so much for very kind gift subs. Love to see it. 2 tier 1 subs. One going out to Fonk. Let's go, Fonk. There you go. There you go. And Quazizi. I've never met this person, but hopefully they're cool. They wish come on around. Yeah, Fonk and a gift sub from My Hero Zero. Love to see it. Let's see. My Hero Zero. Very, very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. What's I saying? What's I saying? I forgot. Yeah, you know. Oh, right. tinyurl.com/sorry. See this giant list for yourself. Full of 268 games. Of course, going over there, goes to my personal website. See all these games for yourself, and it's hyperlinked exactly the moment I start playing that in my YouTube archive. So come on, check that out. But for now, let's end this episode here. But again, like I said, stick around. We'll keep streaming for a little bit longer. But for the VODs, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow. Peace.